G'day friends, welcome to day 12 of MERMAY 2018. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. It is Saturday, so I'm kind of switching my brain off and you're at the mercy of whatever I decide to do with this voiceover today. Oh, day 12 of MERMAY. Anyway, I'm pulling inspiration from Sandro Botticelli's famous Renaissance painting, The Birth of Venus. Now, I had a really great time drawing this. I love working on toned paper because all you have to add are the highlights and the shadows. It really lets the piece speak for itself. So I wanted you to notice all the graphite, all the shading, all the beautiful, like the depth of that graphite. I wanted that to be the star of this piece, to be the feature, the showcase. So I didn't give it any competing elements. I just let it live on the craft paper and just really enjoyed it. I really like how this came out, and it was something really fun to try. I love the hair. The hair is probably my favorite part, and it was actually the most enjoyable to draw as well. So kind of looking to maybe revisit that, maybe take that into the future. Anyway, Botticelli. I did art at school for a couple of years. In high school, my earliest years of high school, I'll be honest, it turned to art history real quick, and that's when I tuned out. So I am not so much into the timeline. I'm not so much into just knowing what things are and why, how they are the way they are. I want to know the why, or like the story behind it. I'd much rather, and it'd be easier for me to learn if I knew, some of the personal stories behind these artists. So that's why I find art history wasn't that interesting for me, even though I respect where the artists have come from, and I respect the pieces, and I respect the movements and the time periods. It's not something that I find I have a great fascination for. So I'll just say this much: I did study it, but for a couple of years, and I don't know anything. Having said that, I know some stories, and I think the stories are more fun and more interesting anyway. So my story about Botticelli is that this was his muse, Simonetta. She was a woman that was regarded as the most beautiful woman in Florence, and much like myself. She was also regarded as the most beautiful woman of the Renaissance, and she was actually held to like people's beauty standards. People used her as the model for what beauty looked like at the time. So who would that be today? I'm going for Kate Beckinsale. I think Kate Beckinsale is one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I think a lot of people believe that a Kardashian might be one of today's modern beauty standards. We've got Beyonce, she's beautiful. Look, we got a ton. I think everyone and anyone could be today's modern beauty standards. I think the most glamorous period for me of any kind of era, and hair and fashion and makeup and looks, I'm going golden age of Hollywood. Nothing comes close to me as far as muses go. I can't get enough. Like the starlets just walking around MGM, like if I could just reappear in any time period, I would just be on the backlot of an MGM studio in like 1953. I would just live or die. I don't know. It'd be everything. I'd die a happy man. So anyway, getting off topic, I just, well, that's the point of today, I guess. I can get as off topic as I want. I'm not much into the art history, but I do find the story fascinating that this was his muse, and she was regarded as the most beautiful woman, ever up until that point. And he was kind of in this like unrequited love for her, and she, wasn't reciprocated, I don't believe. She was a married woman, and he actually wanted to be buried alongside her when he passed away, and he was. So I'm more fascinated with that, the fact that he was like kind of in love with his muse, which I guess is kind of normal. I'm more fascinated by the time period as well, like what life must have been like back then, and the fact that this was the beauty standard. And you look at things like even how her hair is wrapped and curled, and she hasn't got a wing, she hasn't got a cut crease. It's like the beauty is very natural, but also he had the opportunity to paint her. So like, did he leave out some of her flaws? Like what were her flaws, or did she just literally look porcelain? So I don't know. I'm kind of fascinated by the whole story of it. You got to take these things with a grain of salt because the stories are from billions of years ago, so who knows how convoluted they get. I can't even remember my life from 3 weeks ago, let alone tell you the story of it. So so I'm sure if any of the facts are wrong, you are more than welcome to correct me in the comments below and shape the course of history for me. Anyway, let's talk about what's happening in my life at the moment. Yesterday I went to the movies. Steve and I are making the most of our movie pass, which is exciting. We went to see Life of the Party with Melissa McCarthy, which is where she goes back to university and gets her degree. It is so funny. I really enjoyed it. In fact, I would see it again, but you can only see movies on Movie Pass once, so... so I won't be seeing it again. I mean, I totally would pay to see it again, but at the same time, like, maybe I'll just wait until it comes on Netflix or something. My washi tapes are coming, my new washi tapes. I've got a restock of all the old ones, and the new ones are on their way as well, so be on the lookout for that. I am still working hard to try and get this studio spring cleaning sale. It's going to be summer before you know it, and I won't have done my spring clean. I have everything kind of ready in boxes, but I just have to put them all in bags and categories, and then photograph everything, and then list everything, and then make an announcement, blah blah blah. This is like so much pre-prep for all this stuff. Sometimes I wish I could just have people come to my house and be like, yeah, I want that, and just get rid of it. Like a literal garage sale. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for that, but still working hard on that. I've been doing tons of stuff in the background of MERMAY, doing some product designs for some things I don't really want to say yet, but it's fun for me. Random things too, like things that you probably wouldn't even guess, or things that maybe you'd have no interest in, but I'm definitely interested in. I've had opportunities come and go. I've had... you know, good news, bad news. I've been living life, I guess you could say. Yeah, I don't know. I've been enjoying myself. It's kind of bizarre to me that we're only 12 days in, because it just feels so much longer than that. I think I've also been pulling really late nights because I've been getting these really random bursts of inspiration, like at 1 or 2 in the morning, and I need to just capture it before it goes, so that I have it, and I'm not upset that I missed all of it. So I've been kind of pulling really late nights, which is a little exhausting, but at the same time, like the next day I go back and look through my journals and I look at the things I've been working on. I just think, oh, I can't wait to share that with people. I can't wait to post that on Instagram and show people. I can't wait to make a tutorial for that. I can't wait for this to arrive so I can show people this. I'm feeling really excited for a lot of different things, but mostly just the stuff that I get to share with you, because I love watching other people sharing their stuff too. I don't know if you realize this, but just as much as you guys watch my videos, I'm watching everybody else's videos. I am so in this. You gotta remember, this is like, I don't know if people know, but I started art journaling in 2015. And it's 2018 now. So this is like, I mean, I've always been illustrating, I've always been drawing, I've kind of been scrapbooking, I've always dabbled in everything that I could. Photography, like anything that I could get my hands on creative, I would do. But as far as specifically like seeking to be a part of this mixed media art journaling world, I started back in 2015, when I was recovering from that car accident. I kind of just started watching YouTube videos and discovering a whole world that I never knew existed. And then I got so taken with it. I learned so much from people sharing so generously on YouTube, and it took me down this path of like just this wonderful journey that I'm on right now. And I think that's it's kind of interesting to think back on that and to think how now I might be helping people in the same way. It's like when I used to go on cruise ships and I would watch the dancers and I was like, oh, I really love that. I can't wait. I wish I could do that. You guys make me so happy. It's the best part of my cruise. Like, I'm like 11 years old and I'm watching this stuff just thinking it's the best thing ever. And I always wanted to work on cruise ships so I could make people feel the same way, like make me feel the same. The little me's that were out in the audience, I wanted them to feel that. So I kind of feel like I'm having this moment in this part of my creative career where it's just like, I'm producing content and I'm sharing and people are excited and we're all doing this like great stuff together. I'm seeing so much growth in so many people. I'm seeing like untapped potential in some people, and some people that are like just ready to make the jump into something like this. And I don't know, it's truly energizing. It just feels really invigorating, and it is the fuel that I use when I'm painting at 4 o'clock in the morning, or when I'm waking up and doing another MERMAY video, or all that stuff where I could just say I'm too tired, I can't be bothered, or people will forgive me if I don't post it, or like I could get away with it. No, like I know how much it meant to me in that period, and it still means a lot to me now, because I still like to be inspired. I still like to watch people. I still like to learn. I am just as much a student as everybody else is, and I kind of rely on the fact that you guys all share as well, because It would be a really sad world if the only videos I got to watch were my own. I'm not interested in me. I already know what I'm like. I'll watch the videos again with Steve, because sometimes those are funny to listen to, or Stella, those ones make me laugh. But yeah, no, I don't need to be watching my own videos. This stuff's for you guys, and I put a lot of work and effort into it. So sometimes I'm like a little over it by the time I see it. But other times I just get more excited to see what you do with it. So thank you for being a part of that. I don't know how this conversation got so random onto this topic, but I really do want to thank you for you know, accepting the work, and for trying it, and for getting yourself involved. I know that sometimes it can be a little bit scary. Believe me, I don't know how to touch on this lightly. It's Saturday, do we even care? I was a part of the Facebook groups that you guys are still a part of, or that you guys were, you know, that we were in that together. And, you know, I've had posts deleted, I've had nasty things said to me, I've had like people that just try to tear me down because I don't know if they just didn't like my work, or they just didn't like me, or I don't know what it was. I've been a part of that. I know what it's like to be kind of fearful. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. There's a bit of a fear culture that goes around about consuming people's work and making transformative works and derivative works and sharing that on social media. I don't like it. I don't like that fear culture at all, and that's why I do so much to let you know that if I put a tutorial up here, you are A-okay to copy it 100%. I want you to learn. I want you to feel like you're empowered to create. I want you to feel included. I want you to feel like you're able to share that stuff, and that people will be excited for you to share it, because there's someone out there that's not going to hear something from me the way they might hear it from you. I can't reach everybody. I can't. You know, as it is, my YouTube reach is modest. It's relatively small compared to, you know, bigger channels. You know, we get a couple of thousand views on these videos, and it doesn't stop me from making them. But, you know, I can't reach everybody, and I want this message to go out. So that's why I kind of empower you to do it as well, because you know, one day you'll become the teacher, and you'll become the teacher to your friends, and your friends will appreciate that so much, just like I appreciate it from people that decided to share with me. So that's just kind of where I get with it. And when I put this content out for you, I want you to literally devour it, and that's why I'm so thankful that you do. It just makes it all worthwhile. I really appreciate that there's that pay it forward culture in the Burke Mates Facebook group, that if someone asks for something, there's so many people quick to respond. There's so many people willing to share a technique or something fun that they came across, like a new pencil or something. I know it sounds so stupid, but that really is the stuff that gets us going. I mean, I love finding a new art supply. I love finding a new color for something. I love people sharing with me something that I already have, but I didn't know how to use it properly. So yeah, just kind of making sure that you guys realize that this is super important, and it's a gift. It's a gift to yourself to be able to express your creativity, to share that with people, to unlock those parts of your imagination and let people know the full depth of who you are as a person. I think that's a gift, not only to yourself, but to the people around you. It inevitably makes you a more interesting person and a more pleasant person to be around, you know? I really enjoy sharing in this with all of you. So I'm getting like super sentimental Saturday. I don't know what it is. I'm going to leave it at that, because who knows, like a tear might start rolling down my cheek. But yeah, I just wanted to hit on that today. That's what I'm feeling on my heart. Until tomorrow, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you're still super encouraged to keep going on all your 45 million day challenges. I will see you again tomorrow for another mermaid piece. Bye.